We would like to welcome you on briefings in global affairs, international relations, and geopolitics. This hour in focus. China declares support for massive BRICS expansion as countries push to challenge US dollar. Let's delve into this in more detail. The BRICS economic bloc is set to undergo a significant expansion, and China has stated that it will completely support this move. Mao Ning, a spokesperson for the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, stated that China is prepared to bring more like-minded partners into the BRICS group, which is comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa at the present time. According to the newspaper China Daily, which is supported by the Chinese government, Ning made the comments while commenting on allegations that Nicolas Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is pressing to add Venezuela to the organization. BRICS is committed to upholding multilateralism, vigorously advancing the reform of the global governance system, and increasing the representation and say of emerging markets and developing countries, the statement reads. BRICS sees itself as an important platform for cooperation among emerging markets and developing countries. This year, BRICS has been in the spotlight following claims that the group is mulling over the possibility of launching its own gold-backed currency in an effort to challenge the dominance of the US dollar as the reserve currency of the world. At the upcoming BRICS summit, which will take place in August in South Africa, members have stated that they will explore expanding the organization. However, it is unclear whether discussions on a shared currency will be included on the agenda. According to Anil Sukal, who serves as the African ambassador for BRICS, a total of 13 nations have at this point formally sought to join the club. As American households reach an all-time high in the amount of debt they carry, it is expected that the national debt will rise over the course of the next decade. Statista, a provider of business data, cites information from the New York Federal Reserve's quarterly report on household debt and credit to assert that the total amount of household debt rose to an all-time high of $17.05 trillion in the first quarter of 2023. The increase in the number of mortgages being originated is mostly to blame for the faster-than-usual ascent in the level of consumer debt. During the height of the COVID-19 epidemic, when customers were taking advantage of historically low interest rates, a total of 14 million mortgages were refinanced. As a result of households turning $430 billion worth of property equity into cash, mortgages are responsible for 86% of the rise in overall consumer debt that has occurred since the fourth quarter of 2019. The growth can be attributed to credit card debt in the amount of 8%, followed by school loans at 3%. In the meantime, Statista projects that the gross national debt of the United States will reach $51.99 trillion by the year 2033. This is an increase of more than $20 trillion in comparison to the current level of debt in the United States, which is $31.92 trillion. This month, President Joe Biden signed a deal that suspends the debt ceiling, paving the door for unrestricted spending for the next 2 years. The arrangement was brokered by President Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden. According to an article published in the New York Times, it is anticipated that the federal government of the United States will add almost $1 trillion more to the ever-increasing national debt by the end of September alone. That's where we wrap things up for the time being. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.